The rain had stopped, but the streets were still wet. It was late afternoon in the city, and people were walking home from work with tired eyes and slow steps. Near the entrance of the subway station, a man stood with an old violin in his hands. His name was Leo. Leo was not like other street musicians. He did not play for money. He did not keep his violin case open for coins. Instead, he watched. He watched the faces of the people passing by. He looked for someone who seemed sad or worried or lost in thought. And when he found that person, he played just for them. On this day, the streets were busy, but Leo waited patiently. He saw a young woman walk past. Her shoulders were low. Her eyes were fixed on the ground. She held her bag tightly, as if holding onto something heavy inside. Leo smiled gently and began to play. The melody was soft and slow. It floated through the cool air like a gentle breeze. The woman stopped. She looked up. For a moment, she forgot about the crowd around her. She forgot about the noise of the city. There was only the music. Leo's eyes were closed as he played. His fingers moved with care, as if he was painting with sound. The melody told a story. It was a story of sadness, yes, but also of hope, of a new day coming, of light after darkness. The woman stood still. Her eyes became wet, but she was not crying from pain. Something in the music touched a place deep inside her. It was as if the violin knew what she was feeling, as if Leo could see her heart. When the last note faded into the air, the woman smiled. It was a small smile, but it was real. She looked at Leo and nodded. Leo opened his eyes and nodded back. No words were needed. The gift had been given. The woman walked away, but her steps were lighter now. Leo watched her go, then turned his attention to the next person. An old man was sitting on a bench nearby. He was alone, feeding breadcrumbs to the pigeons. His face was lined with years, and his eyes held the quiet sadness of someone who had outlived many friends. Leo lifted his violin again. This time, the music was different. It was warmer, like a memory of a sunny afternoon. It had the feeling of laughter, of shared meals, of hands held together for a long time. The old man stopped feeding the birds. He listened. His eyes became distant, as if he was traveling back through time. When the music ended, the old man looked at Leo. He raised his hand slowly and placed it over his heart. Then he nodded, just once. Leo returned the nod. Another gift given. The afternoon turned into evening. The streetlights began to glow. Leo played for many people that day. He played for a boy carrying heavy school books, his face worried about a test. He played for a mother pushing a stroller, her eyes tired from a sleepless night. He played for a young man in a suit, his jaw tight from a difficult meeting at work. Each time, the music was different. Each time, it was made just for that one person. And each time, something changed in their face. The worry softened. The tiredness lifted, just a little. They walked on, carrying the music with them like a secret treasure. As the night grew deeper, the crowds became smaller. Leo kept playing. He played for a woman waiting at the bus stop, her eyes looking at her phone, waiting for a message that would not come. He played for a delivery driver resting on his bicycle, his face wet with sweat. He played for an elderly couple walking slowly, holding each other's arms. A young girl stopped to watch. She was maybe 8 years old. She stood with her mother, her eyes wide with wonder. Leo saw her and smiled. He changed his melody again. This time, the music was playful. It danced and jumped like a child in a field of flowers. The girl laughed. She began to move her body, swaying to the rhythm. Her mother smiled and held her hand tighter. When Leo finished, the girl clapped her hands. "That was beautiful," she said. Leo bowed his head gently. The girl's mother reached into her bag. "Please, let me give you something," she said. Leo shook his head. "No, thank you. I don't play for money." The mother looked confused. "Then why do you play?" Leo thought for a moment. "I play because music can say things that words cannot. I play for the people who need to hear it." The mother did not fully understand, but she smiled anyway. "Well, thank you. My daughter loved it." Leo watched them walk away. The girl turned back once and waved. Leo waved back. The night grew late. The city became quieter. Leo packed his violin into its case. He was tired, but his heart felt full. He thought about all the faces he had seen that day, all the small moments of connection, all the silent thanks. As he walked home, he passed by a homeless man sleeping on a bench covered in newspapers. Leo stopped. He looked at the man's face. Even in sleep, there was worry there. Leo did not take out his violin. It was too late, and the man was sleeping. But he stood there for a moment and whispered, "I wish I could have played for you today." Then he walked on. The next morning, Leo returned to his spot near the subway station. The sun was shining. The streets were fresh and clean. People hurried by, starting their new day. Leo took out his violin and waited. He watched the faces. He looked for the one who needed music. And soon, he found them. A man in a worn-out coat stood at the edge of the crowd. He looked lost, not in the city, but in himself. His eyes were empty. His shoulders were heavy. Leo began to play. The melody rose into the morning air. It was gentle, like a hand reaching out. The man turned his head. He listened. Something shifted in his eyes. A small light appeared. Leo played on, giving his gift to another stranger. And in that moment, the city felt a little less lonely, a little more human. Because sometimes, the greatest gift we can give is to see someone, truly see them, and offer something beautiful just for them.